Okay, welcome to another episode of Hamilton Mechanical. Today we're going to be replacing the drive belts on about a 2004 Murray. It does not have a hydrostatic rear end. This is similar to an MTD, what they call a CVT setup, similar to your new Nissans. If you look right there, we have a double stack pulley. And here we have a variator. So basically, works kind of like a torque converter on a go-kart. One pulley gets bigger, one pulley gets smaller, and that's how you get your gears. But when the belts break, it doesn't work at all. So I'm going to see if we can set you up here, see if we can catch this replacement on camera. If my camera will stay. Let's try that. Okay. Try to work out of the way here. So first, we need to remove these bolts. This spring here. Okay. Oh yeah, that's not going to make it go anywhere. They don't do you a whole lot of good when they look like that. Okay. What else do I get off? Looks like we have a cotter pin that we can remove. Come on. Can I have it, please? I said please. There. Okay, and there we have our variator. Hopefully you can see that. Idler pulley. Basically, slow, fast. Slow, fast. Now, oh, this could be fun. Okay, back on it. Let's see. Now, remove that belt guard. This is a 7/16. Whoa. Look what I just noticed. See that right there? The wire's rubbed through. That's an easy way to blow up the battery or burn this ride lawnmower down. Okay, so we're going to take this off. And it does not look like it is very happy. Feeling we're going to wind up having to order an idler pulley. I was hoping to get this done today. So. As I hold the camera completely off subject. That bolt. As you notice, all this side mounts over and that side mounts under. Just like that. Blah! Grass in the face. What do we got? Yeah, that's no good. Okay. Well, let's see what the customer wants to do. Okay, let's see if we can pick up where we left off here. Last time I was doing this, we discovered this idler pulley right here was pretty chewed up. That requires replacement. And also this one, you can hear that. That didn't sound so good. That one sounds pretty good. So we got two. We're going to replace this one and this one. So let me get those on here real quick and we'll be right back. Something I want to show you guys real quick. You see the middle of that one there and you see the middle of this one there, two different sizes, but if you look closely, that is an insert. And for some reason unbeknownst to me, that does not come with the new pulley. So we have to drive that out and then install it in that one in order to make this the right size. It'd be nice if they just included that in the box with it, huh? But we will get that switched. Okay, let's see if I can get that in shot there. Not block the view. Okay. Now we gotta get the belt out. Means another linkage, yay. Okay. Come on. Can I hit the belt, please? Ha! Come on. Alright. One belt, two belt, red belt, blue belt. Where did the washer go? Heck, I don't want to lose any hardware. Now, finally, we can get it back together. Looks like we got another belt guard. This side right here. A long time since I've done a Murray. It used to be the best cheap mower you could get. They were seized by Briggs and Stratton in 2004, I think. For what they owed Briggs an engine, so we lost them, and it was very, very sad. The cost for these mowers, they were really good mowers. There is our, not sure if you can see that, but there's our belt guard. It's just a pin. Bolts from the top, keeps the belt from coming out. And if you bend those while trying to put the belt in, then more than likely you will not be able to get them bent back properly, and the belt will come off at some point in the future. So it is important not to bend those. You need to remove them properly and try to fix it the right way. This one just has a ton of crap in the way. I think I said this before, this is a CVT transmission. So it's got two belts. Most riders are only going to have one belt. They're not going to have all this junk in the way, but Murray decided to copy MTD this year and make a CVT, which usually MTD were the only ones that did that. So I have seen some late 2000s AYPs with a CVT in it, so yeah, look at that, the wheels are moving. Alright, let's put this guy back in here. Come on. Alright, I'll show the pen. For the belt guards again, put those back in place. One. Oh, no, this other one's in a really bad spot. Thank you, Murray. Okie dokie. Yuck, yuck, yuck. It's always a good idea if you have the opportunity to pressure wash, vacuum, do something before you start working on these things, because you will get dirty. Our CVT assembly. And our clutch assembly. Hold up. 1 second. Because this mower has been taken apart, put back together by different people so many times, we are missing some of the hardware that we should have. That's okay, we will make it work. Okay, now Let's see if I can get you on camera here and show you this. Shoo-be-doo-be-doo. Okay. If we can both get in here and I can actually see what I'm trying to show you. You see this silver metal bar right here? See that? That's the belt guard for the front. And this is actually really nice because it just has a pin on the side. And there it is. It's now removed. Most riding lawnmowers will not be that easy. This is something I think we're only going to see on this Murray. Okay, so now we got to thread the belt. Okay, I see something else we got to do. And this is pretty common on a lot of different riding mowers. But if you see this, this right here is your steering gear. This goes to your steering wheel, and as you turn, this pie gear turns back and forth, and these are hooked to your front wheels, and they steer. But your belt needs to go around this, back up behind here. So we've got to remove this gear and pull the steering shaft up so that we can get the belt through there. So I'm going to do that real quick, and I'll be right back. Try a little different vantage point here. We will see. Okay, steering shaft has been removed. Oh gosh. Okay. Fish. Okay. Fish the belt around where that goes. Like that. Idler right there. So we've got all kinds of idler pulleys. Come on. Where are you? In there somewhere. Let's not hit our head on anything. Not feel good. There it is. Come here. Come here, you. Thank you, MTD, or Murray. Good grief. Come on. Come on. This is a thicker belt than normal because it's a CVT. I'm sure you can see the thickness of the belt right there. Normally they're about 1/2 inch and they're a little more pliable. We're going backwards. Go backwards a different way. over here. That. There it goes. We're getting somewhere now. Need to come through the front, apparently. Okay. Alright, what's next? Put our pin back in that thing. Oh. Okay. Pin is back in. Put our steering back there. Ow. Ugh. Okay. Let's get you another vantage point here. Maybe. Something like that. So wheel should be straight. Steering wheel should be straight. And that way, when we put all that back together, the steering wheel will be still facing the way it's supposed to be. This clip is about had it. I'm not the first person that was taking that off. Should hold anyway. Okay, what's next? Let's see. I have a feeling it's our big CVT assembly here. Okay, so how this works. Okay. Neighbor come by to see if I had something he could use to fix his tractor. So let's see here. Okay. Bolt. Bolt. The other one. Just noticing this has two belt guards on it. Oh, we need to. No, it might not be easier to remove the pulleys. Sometimes easier to remove the pulleys than the actual belt guard itself. Especially since I just put that one on there. Oh. Obviously this one's been on a little while. There it goes. Alright. Okay. Now, the question is, which way did it go, George? Which way did it go? With this. Take the bolt here. Just start it, just to hold this, keep it from falling. I want you guys to kind of see this, but it's really hard to video. So basically, this is going to come on the back side of that belt, like that. The fun part is getting all this in here. Yep, there it is. Oh, okay. Get these in place, and then I'll kind of take you up here and show you. See a little better. Two kinds of idler pulleys. There's flat idler, what you see here where it's flat, and there's a V idler that fits a V belt. Flat idlers typically go on the back side, but not always. And this is one of those cases. You will see a flat side idler used against the V part of the belt, but that's because this is such a wide belt that they can get away with that. Snapper used a 6-sided belt and used 2 V pulleys, and you can get a standard size belt for those and switch one of them to a flat idler and go back to a standard V belt. But I always kind of liked their little system. It worked really good, so why fix it if it ain't broke? That was a bigger deal back in the day when parts were harder to come by for all the online ordering. Be difficult to get a hold of parts that you were not a dealer for. But times have changed. Things have gotten a lot better as far as parts availability. You get pretty much anything online these days. So it's only been 10 years ago too. So. I think that's right, honestly. No way to know. What did that hook to, guys? Go up in here somewhere or something funky? I think so. Gotcha. Better visual now. Okay. You can see how that belt goes between the idler and the belt guard. There's 2 of them. That one's got a belt guard on the other side. So that one's actually on the back side of the belt, and this one's on the front side of the belt. And what this does is twists the belt to apply tension to it. So when you hit the clutch, it lets loose on this belt, allows it to flop, and that's why your riding lawnmower won't go nowhere. And then when you let up on the pedal, it tightens that belt, everything grabs and it goes. So that's the clutch on a riding lawnmower. It's nothing like a car. Absolutely nothing like a car. So let's see. Oh, bear with me here. Yeah, that's what I went. Okay, we'll put you down real quick because this is, I gotta have 2 hands for that. Alright guys, we've got this back together now. Let's see if I can just give you a little overview before I set this thing down. So I had it a little backwards. I want to make a correction. This piece right here is what runs off of the drive paddle, which is what changes your speed, and this part back here is the clutch. So I had them very backwards. So let's see if I can hold the camera and operate at the same time so you can see kind of what's happening. Let me get in a better spot here. Alright, so when you push down on the go pedal, it changes the position and the tension on this belt right here, which will effectively, once the mower's running, make that top belt ride in further and the bottom belt ride out farther. Let's see if I can say that better. It will make the top belt go in and the bottom belt go out, which effectively is like changing gears on an old multi-speed bike. So that is how you go faster. When that top belt goes further into the pulley and this one right here comes further out, and it will go fast. And in this situation where the top belt's all the way out and the bottom belt's all the way in, it's going to go very slow. And then if you look back here, when you pedal, brake, okay. When you hit the clutch and brake, you see the black plastic pulley right here. Lets off on that belt. That's your clutch. And then for those of you that do not know, this is the brake on your lawnmower. This is all you get. There's only one. There we go. There's the rotor. The pads are inside here, and it's just a cam. This is your adjustment. If your brakes ever are working but not quite well enough, you can tighten this just a little bit and get some more tension on the brake pads. But more commonly what happens is inside this housing there are 2 little pins. You can kind of see the brake pads in there. Anyway, this likes to corrode in here and these little pins get seized up. So a lot of times you have to take this bolt, and this bolt off, remove this piece, clean it really good, grease it really good, and put it back together, and your brakes will work like brand new. Here is the safety switch. That's why you have to hold the brake pedal down to start it. That pushes on that switch, which will allow the mower to start. That one does not feel very happy, but we'll address this later. This is my neighbor's lawnmower, and he's had it for quite a few years, and it's had a rough life, but we're trying to breathe a little bit back into it here. It's still a good mower. We are going to tube this back tire. I'll make a separate video showing you how that process goes. But for right now, we're going to set it down and see if we got it fixed. Thank you very much.